All right, good morning, everyone. Coach Lees is here. Coach, tough road trip down to Cal and Pacific. Very quickly, what happened there? Kind of a couple bad innings, kind of led to a tough weekend at Cal.
Yep, started out on Friday night where we gave up 4 in the first. A couple plays were not considered errors by their scorebook, but it did not help us get off on the right foot, and it seemed like we could never regain composure from then. Ended up I think for 4 games we gave up 42 runs, so that's too many. Obviously, it's going to be tough to win ball games in this league if you're giving up that many runs. But saw a couple good things that happened for the weekend on the mound. Really felt like Ryan Walker again pitched well. It's really 6 good innings where he dominated, and he's continued to get better the last 3 weekends. And then I thought Trent Dupree came in and did a good job. Got a ground ball, made some pitches. Ball didn't go exactly where we wanted it on the ground, but he did his job. And so feed off of those 2 outings and get ready for the weekend. Felt like some kids had some good plate appearances. Justin Hare came and did a very nice job all weekend with his plate appearances. We had Rudkin had some nice appearances, had some balls hit really hard that did not fall, and JJ continues to hit the ball hard, just not much to show for it when we need it. But disappointing weekend as a whole, and I think our players are just as disappointed. But we'll have a good practice in the next couple of days and get back on track and look at the things that we can do better, improve from there. That's what we have to do, and that's what we're going to do.
Back to Hare offensively, had a tough weekend, the Cal State Northridge series, but then last weekend against Cal and then Pacific with the big day, the Grand Slam, the 6 RBI. What did Justin do last week? What did you see from Hare? He hit a couple home runs last weekend as well. What did you see from Justin?
Justin just, when he has a good, confident trust in the strike zone, he does very well. And he is one of our better hitters. He has power. When he puts the ball in play, good things happen. And I think he found himself checking off some pitches that the weekend before he swung at to get into good counts, and just had a really good presence and confidence at a plate. He felt like he was taking a deep breath on balls that he maybe should have taken, or balls that he should have swung at, but he was in control of the strike zone, and that's what we ask of him, and he had good results because of it.
And then you mentioned on the mound Ryan Walker with another good start. After rough first couple starts, what has he done over this last month to kind of settle in and improve each time out?
Well, he continues to trust himself. He continues to work. He continues to embrace and every bullpen that he takes. He's a film watcher. He really wants to do well, and he's competing. When you start out the way that Ryan did, you're searching for answers, but when you have the maturity to look back at it and say, you know what, I can do these things better, which will make our team better, that's why he's reaping rewards of having some good starts.
And then now looking forward, nice to be back home, but you got a good Arizona team coming in, top 15 in nearly all the polls, and top 10 in a couple of them. What do you see about this Arizona team? Very offensive.
Yeah, a lot of kids are back from last year, and they start J.C. Cloney on the mound, who we faced last year. Did a pretty good job against him, but I think he's having around about a 1.8 ERA. Throws a lot of strikes, very competitive, and their offense is very good. I think it's one of the tops in the whole country in virtually all categories. I think we're actually second behind him in doubles and some home runs and things like that, but they're very good. They're coming off a big weekend against USC, played Arizona State last night, did well, and so I expect them to come in ready to play.
What do you want to see from your team this week on the mound and defensively and at the plate?
Well, virtually a completely different, opposite team of what we saw last weekend. I want to see us come in throwing strikes at the bottom of the zone, throwing a second pitch for a strike, And then when we get a chance to have runners and score in position and take advantage of those. And, you know, when I saw this last weekend, we weren't in a situation, except for the second game, scores 2-1, kind of broke open. But it's hard to have a complete offense when it can be so lopsided. You know, we like to steal bases, you know, put people in motion, and found ourselves catching up, you know, virtually the whole time that allow our offense to work. So being able to take advantage of those opportunities when we do have them. We had bases loaded a couple times, more than 4 or 5 times over the weekend, and didn't have anything to show for it. And we need to have a little bit better approach to what the opponent is trying to do to us at the plate. Be a little bit tougher, show a little bit more grit, and do what the, you know, trust their training, do all those things that allow them to be free and just compete.
Did you expect Cody Anderson to be in the role that he is now at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, he was one of the 4 people that we were looking at, and he didn't pitch to his capability this weekend. Found himself behind in counts, found himself leaving balls up in the zone, but you know, he knows because he's mature and he's went through it before. He knows the things, you know, when he left the game, he knew exactly the things that he could have done better to improve, you know, his outing. Well, I think he would get a bullpen today and be ready for the weekend if we choose to go that way on the mound again.
And then quickly a rotation for this weekend?
A rotation is unclear at this point. Walker will start the second game. Right now we going through what we have and what we need to improve on, and we're going to leave 2 spots open right now, and as our coaches discuss what we want to do and how we want to go about it, then we'll make those decisions. But right now Walker's is the 1 starter, and we'll make a decision later on in the week.